Hi students, I wanted to record a quick video for you here in Module 3 to provide you with a few examples to go along with the documentation memo assignment that you're finishing up this week. A few of you have finished it, I think, but most of you are still working on it. The final version of it is due on the first day of the beginning of the next module, which in our case is next Monday night at 11:59 p.m. So one student from class asked me to see some examples of what a strong version of this memo would look like. So I'm going to show you some successful examples from last semester. And so if you haven't yet finished those, you might want to look at these just to keep in mind what a well-organized documentation memo would look like. So on the screen right now, and I apologize for everything that I have on my screen right now, but excuse me, one of the things that you'll see here on the screen is our assignments page. This lists all of the assignments on our Learn site. I have this item up, assignments, just so I can see all of the assignments that are available together. Of course, this is your documentation review assignment that's just coming up on the screen here. I apologize for the fact that it is loading a bit slowly. And on the assignment page, you'll also see that the rubric is here right below it. So if you want to see the grading rubric, you can click there. Here's the prompt that I gave you. Be sure that you've read it really carefully, and I show you 4 bullet points here, which are aspects that you need to be sure that you cover in each of the sections concerning each of the examples that you've chosen, and here are the grading details. So because I don't want to make this video too long, I'll just show you the 2 examples that were both A-level assignments from last semester. So here's one. I've cleaned these of the student names, but this student got an A, and the student has one section about HP printer scanner software, another section about a Cuisinart juicer, and then another is the Range's Death by Lemon Pie recipe. And the student identifies that these images are available in the appendix. So there they are. You can see that the student chose to go about it that way, include all the images at the end. This student double-spaced the whole memo, which generally I don't endorse in memorandum format because it's not customary, but I didn't really penalize the student that much for that. The student used major section headings here for each example that the student was discussing, and then covered all of those bullet points in each of the paragraphs following each of the section headings. One thing that's great here is the student has an opening paragraph that sort of contextualizes everything that is going to follow. Another great example is, oops, that is a syllabus from a different class. Let's see if I can pull up the other example here. Here we go. This is another student's example. You see that this student chose single spacing, but on the student's first page, I'm showing you actually the second page, but the student includes images with the URLs below for the pieces of documentation that the student is going to discuss. Then the student has an opening paragraph, has a brief paragraph for each of the 3 examples, and then has a brief concluding paragraph at the end of the memo. You'll see that right here. One thing the student didn't do is use text emphasis to differentiate between the section heading and the body below it. Like this could have been bolded or underlined, but nevertheless this was a really effective and well-written memo. I have the grading rubric for this one up here. The student got a 95.5. And my comments were a very nice opening section. I love how you forecast the memo's overall purpose and attend to the larger questions about a piece of documentation's usability. Really excellent job. I appreciate that you included a closing section to bring your thoughts together. And I did say it would have been nice if your images were a bit larger, or if you'd focused in a supplemental image on one aspect that you were discussing. So I've wanted to show you in this brief video 2 examples of successful documentation memorandum assignments and the grading rubric that went along with one of them. Hopefully this will ease your mind, show you how you might want to format yours. Again, if you have any questions between now and the day that this is due, please do get in touch with me and I'm happy to answer those questions. Of course, your next big assignment, to which you will dedicate all of your time next week, is your product website. There's a lot of information in the assignment that should help guide you through how to set that up. And you'll have to do a lot of information gathering on your own, and I'm excited for you guys to learn a lot in that assignment. I'll hope to have great assignments submitted from all of you for the documentation memo